I think that people thought that we came into this as some kind of game. This is not a game at all. What I am doing is very serious.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is moving full steam ahead with her investigation into potential criminal interference charges in Georgia's 2020 election. Last week, she got subpoenas from a grand jury for former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani, Trump's coup architect John Eastman, and Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. And today, Michael Isikoff of Yahoo News reports that Willis has, quote, sent so-called target letters to prominent Georgia Republicans informing them they could be indicted for their role in a scheme to appoint alternate electors pledged to Donald Trump. Michael Isikoff joins me now. Michael, it's good to see you again. So what is a target letter and what does it mean in this particular case?
A target letter is the last step before an actual indictment. It's a letter from the prosecutor saying, we are considering indicting you if there's any information you have that you want to partake and share with us before we make our final decision. Now's your chance. But it's usually the penultimate step before an actual indictment.
Tell us a little bit about who these Republicans are who received these letters and what role they may have played in trying to send the alternate slate of electors on.
Right. This involves the so-called fake elector scheme on December 14th in the Georgia state capitol. As in other state capitals in battleground states around the country, Trump electors met in secret, behind closed doors, kicked the press out, and anointed themselves the true bona fide electors from the state of Georgia, even though there was no legal grounds for them to do so. Joe Biden had carried the state. The vote had been certified by the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, a Republican. There had been a recount that recertified the results of the election. And these Republican electors met that day. David Schaefer, the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, presided over the meeting. As we report, viewed it as acted as though it was some sort of official proceeding. They took a vote, they anointed themselves, and they sent certificates saying they were the real electors from Georgia to the National Archives. David Schaefer, the chairman of the Republican Party in Georgia, is one of those who got target letters from Fani Willis. So too did Burt Jones, who is a state senator. One of those who was one of these alternative electors met at that meeting. He happens to be the Republican candidate for lieutenant governor, the running mate of Brian Kemp in his race against Stacey Abrams. So what Fani Willis today did obviously has significant legal implications, but it also has enormous political implications in Georgia. We've got two high-profile state races, and this is like a bombshell that's been dropped in the Georgia election by Fani Willis.
What do we know, Michael, about the witnesses who may have spoken to the special grand jury so far?
Well, there's been a lot of witnesses. I mean, this special grand jury was convened on June 1st, and they've been hearing witnesses. They started out with Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State, who got that phone call from Donald Trump. There have been state senators, state officials from the Georgia Secretary of State's office and the Attorney General's office in Georgia and the governor's office in Georgia. They've all been up before the grand jury, including, as we reported today, a independent journalist, George Chidi, who actually found the room where the fake electors were meeting, tried to barge in, attended, observe what was going on, and got kicked out, escorted out of the room. So that is a sign of the secrecy with which these electors were meeting. And, clearly, I think Fani Willis intends to present that to the special grand jury as evidence of consciousness of guilt.
It is safe to say all eyes will be on Georgia for the next couple of weeks and going into the November elections. Michael Isikoff, always a pleasure. Thank you for your reporting.